We just thank you for the opportunity to serve one another, to bless one another. And we just ask you to open our understanding and just fill our hearts with your love for you and for one another so that we can be the people that you want us to be, and then we can help the Chicago area, the Austin area, and just wherever you plant our feet. And we just thank you for it. And we just ask you to continue to bless us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you so much, Miriam. Now we're going to ask Mars Childress. She serves on our marketing committee. Mars, can you welcome our guests here? And those and our members, I'm sorry, our guests and members.
Good morning, everyone. I am so glad to be here on this Good Morning Coffee with the Chamber with everyone. I really do appreciate everyone coming and joining. I know the Chamber has been doing a lot this summer, and I know we're going to be talking about it. Thank you for joining us this morning, everyone.
Thank you so much. And we're looking for our chairman, Bernie Martin. He was here in Chicago with us yesterday at one of our workshops. And so when he comes on, then we can go ahead and just allow him to greet you. We also have another chair who's here, and we would like for him to greet you as well. That's Timothy Johnson. He's over our cannabis division. Tim?
Good morning. Good morning. I pray that everybody's having a blessed day. My name is Tim Johnson, or TA, some people call it. I work with Messina on the board of chambers. I'm actually the chairman for the cannabis division. And so we will be having some exciting news coming up very soon with what we're doing. And I'm excited for what the chamber is doing. And I'm glad to be here. And I hope everybody enjoys the day and it gets you going. So, amen.
Thank you so much, Tim. Those who have attended our meetings understand the direction that we're going in with cannabis, and also just the projects that we've been working on. And as Tim had mentioned, with the cannabis division, there will be a big announcement. A lot of exciting things are happening. Products will be coming forward to bring healing to the body and bring resources to the communities. And next, like I said, this is going to be a brief meeting. We just wanted to update everyone, the community, and those who are our constituents on where the chamber has been. We're still here. We've been very busy this summer working with our young people, our chamber ambassadors. We do have some ambassadors here on with us, and I've asked for volunteers for them to kind of share with you some of the things that we've been working on. I believe the first person I want to bring forward, and I kind of help you too. We have Herbert, and I'm not sure, Tavaria, are you also going to help speak on a few things?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. And then I know we have Ariel. She's on here. I'm not sure if you volunteer, Ariel, but if you can we can start with Ariel just to share with our group. And I'm going to take this agenda off. Just start the college students who are here. If you could just share with everyone what university you are attending and just give us a little bit of your background first. We could start with Ariel.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, I'm Ariel. I'm a sophomore at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. I'm majoring in aeronautical science. That's about it.
Thanks, Ariel. Tavaria?
Good morning. I'm Tavaria. I'm a first year at U of I. Urbana-Champaign, majoring in economics, and I do a lot of community work.
Thank you so much. Herbert?
Hello, my name is Herbert. So I go to Columbia College Chicago. My major is game design. So I'm in my last year of college. I'm about to be a senior this upcoming semester. So I already did 2 years at Rupe and transferred to Columbia College Chicago, and did last semester. So I had made a video game with a group of people, so that was nice. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome, awesome. I did say that I was going to write down a number of projects on the agenda. However, Tavaria and Herbert and Ariel, they've been deeply immersed in community work this summer. And we've worked on a number of projects. We collaborated with a number of organizations this summer, and we are working on our own project as well for the Chicago West Side Chamber of Commerce. So one of you all, or all three of you all, you could begin first talking about the project that you love the most and your experience with it.
For me, I'd say my favorite project so far was working on the Youth Entrepreneurs magazine, because writing was kind of something that I strayed away with, but the way that Ms. Tina presented it to us and provided us support, I can see myself taking more journalism classes once I start college, and just learning that writing is a skill, and then being able to sit with these young entrepreneurs and hear their motivation and be able to connect with them, because a lot of them are from underserved communities and wanted to give resources to the people around them. I can relate because I'm also from an underserved community and want to provide resources, but it's in a different way. So I got to learn a lot from them, and they learned some things from me in the process.
Awesome, awesome. And Tavaria, she's from the North Lawndale community, and she's already out there. She was already out there before she came on board with the Chicago West Side Chamber doing community work as well. Herbert?
I would say my favorite project to work on, was doing the magazine, was, interviewing, the people and hearing about what they do in their lives and how they give back to the community, and then being able to write about what they do and how they give back to the community, learning more about, their background and their story and everything. So I think that was pretty cool to do. And it was very interesting that, we were going to do like a magazine and talk about that. So I think that was my favorite project. I think also was just going to the different gardens and helping out in the gardens and everything like that, seeing how it's changed and how giving back to the community. So I think that was also my favorite too.
Awesome, awesome. Ariel, would you like to say something? Oh, okay. So Ariel, she placed in the chat, she wrote, okay, she has background noise. Let me go to the chat and then I can read what she wrote. So Ariel wrote, I like the garden tour the most because I had the chance to see more local gardens and how some people have open plots for other people to add their own things to it that they might not be able to grow at their own home. That is amazing. That is so true. I definitely want to speak to that. A lot of people don't have the tools or the know-how in building raised beds, and you can't just go into your backyard and plant fruits and vegetables. It doesn't work that way because your soil first have to be tested, and a lot of people don't have the means or the know-how in getting their soil tested. And there's a lot of lead in our soil in the city. just, from debris and from, the pipes that run along the city. They're filled with lead. So if you go to a lot of community gardens, you would notice that there are raised beds in that garden for that purpose. And the ground, the surface has to be first lined with rocks and other material before you can even plant anything in there. Or the bottom there has to be a bottom surface in that raised bed before you can even think about placing any type of plants or seeds, especially things that you're going to eat in the soil. So thank you. That's so true. And then a lot of people live in apartments. Good morning, Anaya. And are not able to, and they don't have space, to place anything or to grow any produce. So that was great. That was great. Let's see, or fruits and vegetables. So Anaya is another one of our students. Can you share with everyone where you're attending and just share a little bit of information about your background?
I'm with Austin Westside Chamberlains, and we usually do like gardens and go to the public Austin library like for
Oh,
group.
I meant share where you're attending school. I'm sorry first.
Oh, okay.
Introduce yourself.
Everybody, I'm Anaya Martin, and I'm currently transferring to National Louis, I think, to Columbia, Chicago, and my major was culinary arts, and I'm changing it to like film and like editing and stuff.
Nice. And so I asked everyone to share with us your favorite project that you worked on this summer.
Let's see. I like the Girls Speak Out, and the one that was like on Saturday with all them like little small projects and stuff. Yeah, I don't know like the name of it, but
Can you share some things about Girls Speak Out, what you learned from the Girls Speak Out? And so Girls Speak Out was Sankofa Safe Child Initiative, just so that you know. That's where our satellite office is located, the Chamber satellite office. But yeah, Anaya, can you share some things about Girls Speak Out and the projects that you guys worked on?
I like the little exercising and stuff. And we had like little small goodie bags and stuff like that. Then we also had like a bouncy house because I like bouncy house and stuff like that.
But what are some of the things that our chamber ambassadors worked on or did in relations to the Girls Speak Out?
Like we did like the exercise. I forgot the little girl name.
Oh, Kaylee. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did an exercise with Kaylee. She had like an exercising thing. Then we all stood up and did the exercise step by step and motivate everybody in like the program and the people that came out for the community to also join to like to lift their spirits and stuff. And we also like marched like for women's rights and rights period and like stopping gun violence and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Can someone else share with Anaya some other things that you guys did for Girls Speak Out?
I mean, we had helped, I guess, carry stuff. I guess it was like packs of water and, coolers and stuff, helping with that. And I think there was also, like, we did march, we did do that.
But prior to, what were some things projects that you guys worked on prior to?
Prior to it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember, trying to think.
I don't think Herbert was there in the beginning when we started on that. But yeah, we created posters with slogans to relay our message when we walked. And we sat and like brainstormed what would really be concise and kind of to the point to get people to be able to relate. So that really helped. And when we marched and did the parade, you could really like see the support from people honking or people just walking by. And like Herbert said, we help with setup. And I also did face painting for the children. So we also made sure that there were activities for them to do while they were there and keep them occupied.
Great, great. Yes, and we brought a lot of activity to this event. So part of our role in the community was to support major events and groups. That's good, guys. Thank you so much. We're going to stop there. They're going to be writing articles on the young entrepreneurs that they had an opportunity to meet, as well as articles on those projects and other things that we had an opportunity to do. And so just be on the lookout on for our magazine. It's going to be e-magazine. So we may consider, I did mention that we're going to be printing some hard copies, but for starters, we're going to be sending it out online, our magazine. And the magazine is called Young Entrepreneur. We've shown the cover of the magazine in some other meetings that we've had with the chamber, and it's also in our e-blast, and that's Young Entrepreneur. And so I'm not sure if Bernie has not joined yet. We're also going to open it up now. As I mentioned, this is not going to be a long drawn out meeting. Chris Thomas was to join here, but I do want to show you an event that's coming up. It's going to be next Saturday. And let me move this over so I can share it properly. And this event is for youth also. It's called Youth Empowerment Fest. It's going to be Saturday, August 20, and it's going to be located in Columbus Park, starting at 2 p.m. And so we want to make sure that everyone is aware. We will be sending this out. So we hope that you can forward when you receive the Zoom, not the Zoom, I'm sorry, when you receive the flyer, if you could share it with your constituents. And Chris was supposed to come on and also just elaborate a little bit more on this. And part of what we were looking to do, because we just have to always push that young people, the youth, are our future. And we have to recognize and invest time in our young people so that we can help equip them with the tools that they need to become the leaders that we are today. So they are our future leaders. And so it's a collaboration between Your Passion First and Chicago West Side. We're hosting this. And so some of our partners are Elevate Services, Austin Green Team, Paint the City, Easy Casa. We also have Working Better Together, Insight in You, and Build Chicago. So those are some of our collaborating partners. Some of our performers will be AJ Styles Records, Bernard Lilly Jr., Bianca Shaw, Cleveland Clark, Manny Jordan, Queen Prophecy, Radio King Kyle, RJ and the So Diverse Band, and Sean Rocca. So those are some of our performers who will be there. You will see us at Jackson. If you go down Jackson, you will see us in the park. We're going to be on the south part of Jackson. So remember, it's next Saturday, August 20. And then I also want to mention that the Chicago West Side Chamber, not Chicago West Side Chamber. I am a board member of the Illinois State Black Chamber, and they are hosting their annual convention, which is going to be next week. I'm looking for the email here so that I can open it up and show it to you. And it was also included in our e-blast that we sent out this morning. So I'm just going to open it up in my email so I can scroll down to it and show it to you. So there is a link if you're interested in attending and actually the Illinois State Black Chamber has collaborated with the National Black Chamber of Commerce. It's the National and State Convention. It will be next week from August 16, which is Tuesday, through Thursday, which is the 18th. And it's going to be at the Paradise Hotel in Eastport, Peoria. Now, they've also booked rooms at the nearby Hilton Hotel because all the rooms are got at the Paradise. So it's not expensive to register. And we're hoping to, let me see if I can stop sharing and go to the site and share with you some of the speakers. So the National Black Business Month, and we're celebrating National Black Business Month, and we're recognizing co-founder Frederick E. Jordan Sr. He's also a previous chairman of the National Black Chamber of Commerce. So yes, there are definitely great presenters. Actually, I think we have more presenters this year than we did in the past, because they've also bought up, not the presenters bought up, but a lot of their constituents reserve quite a few of the rooms at the Paradise. This is really amazing because we have so many great things to offer. We're also offering matchmaking, which is something that's not really heard of from other chambers, which our chamber have access to also. Becoming a member of the Chicago West Side Chamber also allow you to have access to business matchmaking. And so the matchmaking, what that entails is being able to sit down with a large number of businesses, Fortune 500 companies, state and local universities, and with the government. And that's something that I can tell you, many chambers do not offer these. We have access to quite a few companies, even the casinos, the state of Illinois. We have access to quite a few entities to help your business grow. And so let me open up the floor or the room to those who are here. If you're interested in introducing yourself and sharing information about your business or program, please, you have the floor. Sharon, I know you always have something to share. Angelique, would you like to share something about your program?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Angelica Granger. The name of my organization is Order My Steps Foundation, and it's our goal to help our young people from ninth grade to their senior year, all the way through college. And we just had our first cohort of students graduate, and they are off to their first year of college. So I'm definitely excited about hearing other young people doing the same thing. It just warms my heart. Like, that's my passion. So that's amazing. You all are doing amazing things as well. And we service the Austin area, actually, currently. So yeah, the students come from all high schools. Any other questions?
Any questions for Angelique?
Yes, Angelica. Is it Angelica or Angelique?
Angelica. It looks like Angelica, but it's Angelica.
Angelica. Okay, thank you. Order My Steps. Exactly what does the organization entail? I mean,
so The STEPS in Order My Steps stands for Scholastic Advancement, which means that we provide a scholarship to our students. We make sure that we assist them through the process of filling out college applications, finding scholarships, and then we also provide them with a scholarship if they complete the program according to our expectations.
Okay.
The T in Order My Steps stands for technology as well. So we definitely want to incorporate some STEM. Last year, we were able to attend a STEM conference with another organization that I am aware of, and they really enjoyed that as well. The E is economic empowerment. It's important for our scholars to know, to be able to manage their finances. So financial literacy is important. They like to spend money on everything because nobody likes to cook. So, Chick-fil-A is one of their favorites. And I'm like, that stuff adds up. And especially when you go off to college, you have to be able to manage your money. Even if it's a little money, you need to be able to manage that. So that's financial literacy. The P is professional readiness. When you get in front of someone, are you able to articulate well? Are you able to go through the interviewing process, effectively? So we want to assist them through that. And then the last S is social emotional awareness, because there's one thing I know: you have to govern your mind. You have to protect your mind, and that negativity is going to come. And so how are you going to navigate that when it does? Failures are going to come. How will you navigate that as well? So I do have Dr. Baker, who's a licensed psychologist, coming to talk to the youth around that, some effective strategies when that arrives. So.
Okay. Do you have a brochure or something that you could share with us if we have some young people that we think would be a match for your program?
Of course. Actually, we have a website. I will share that as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, please drop it in the chat.
Okay.
Would anyone else like to share information about their organization? Or
Tina, this is Sharon. I want to apologize when you asked me initially. I was on mute and I was talking and didn't realize it because I'm on my phone. So I have to tap my screen. And so I was on mute again. I apologize. My name is Sharon Hartshorn, and I am a member of the Friendship Baptist Church, which is located at 5200 West Jackson. My pastor is Reverend Reginald E. Backus. I am a member of the South Austin Neighborhood Association. And we've been working on doing some different things in the Austin community, particularly in South Austin. We have 3 pillars of information that we try to sustain, and that's beautification, economic development, and civic education. As far as beautification is concerned, we're concerned with cleanliness in the community and beautification of the community. We have a garden in the 29th Ward, which is called we dedicated it with the help of the alderman and help from an organization called Neighbor Space. We have dedicated this garden to veterans, and it's called the 29th Ward Veterans Peace Garden. And I'm inviting everyone to come over and see the garden. It's a beautiful garden. It's a little overgrown right now, but we're working on trying to keep it beautiful for the use of the community. It's right across the street from MacArthur's, if you're familiar with where MacArthur's is. The other aspect is economic development, and we try to work as closely as possible with the Chicago Chamber and any other chambers in the city, particularly on the west side, for the benefit of the businesses, new and old and incoming in Austin, and as I said, particularly in South Austin. The other aspect that we try to cover, and we've had a number of classes and workshops on this, is civic education. It's very important that we realize that we do have a voice when it comes to civics, when it comes to politics, when it comes to voting. And we try through education to educate not just old, but young and businesses and individuals on the power of the vote and what it means, you know, and how you can voice your power by voting. And so that's pretty much what we're concerned about. And we're definitely interested in continuing to work with the Chicago Chamber, the West Side Chicago Chamber, especially when it comes to youth. Because as Tina mentioned earlier, they are our tomorrow. We should be encouraging them, training them, informing them, educating them, and supporting them in everything they do, because they're our future. I hope
Thank
that
you so much, Sharon. I appreciate that because we do appreciate Santa, and we appreciate the work that they do. And I definitely want to feature even the Veterans Peace Garden. Oh my goodness, it is so beautiful. And it really makes a statement on the West Side, on Madison. It really makes a statement, and it is truly, it's a true testament to the work that our veterans have done, to the service that they have given to the community. And I see two hands up. And Angelica, you have a question?
Yes, I wanted to ask Sharon, is the garden open to all volunteers? And if so, what does that process look like?
is it open to volunteers? You mean in terms of?
To youth, like, so if my organization would like to come and volunteer and assist.
Oh yeah, that would be great. That would be great. Yeah, we have certain volunteer days, but if you're interested in setting up a volunteer day for your students to come over and do some work in the garden, that would be even better. I'm going to put my information in the chat.
Okay, great.
Okay, I'll put my name and phone number, and I'll also put my email address in the chat.
Okay.
And you can contact me, and we can definitely set something up for the youth to come over. You know, Tina mentioned something about the beauty of the garden.
Yes.
And it brought to mind our initial mission of the garden. It is a city lot, and it was devastated. It was full of drug paraphernalia. It was dirty. It was filthy. And to me, it's symbolic of what South Austin, as well as the West Side, can become. It made a huge transformation, and so that's what we wanted to reflect to the community. You know, that it made a huge transformation. When you look at it now, you'd never believe what it used to look like, what it was. And so working together, coming together and collaborating with other entities on the West Side, the Alderman and the other organizations that I mentioned, help us to transform that space. But that can be done throughout the West Side. That can be done throughout the city if we all come together and work. And that's you know what our initial goal is to change the narrative of how people perceive the West Side, you know, and to have a heart to make that come to fruition.
That's
so
right.
I'll put my information in the chat. Was there another question, Tina?
I know Miriam had her hand up briefly.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought your hand went up. So, yeah, and I want to also speak on that. A lot of times people think that it's the businesses that are, you know, the ones that's going to help make the economy thrive. However, it takes both business and the help of nonprofit organizations and the community to help, you know, with economics, to help reduce the wealth gap in our communities. And so I really appreciate Sharon Harthorn being on here to represent such a great nonprofit organization that's really working socially and emotionally for our community. And so always, Sharon, we want your updates regarding the
Okay.
work, yes, that you're doing, that your organization is doing in the community. And we definitely want to continue to promote our Veterans Peace Garden. On the front is the gate is ornamented all the way from one end to the other with the 6, I always say 5, but there are 6 symbols of the different branches that's along the gate. And can you give the address again? You have to see this garden. You just have to drive by this garden and take a look, and go and visit, because they do have public hours. Can you share the address again, Sharon?
It's 5413 West Madison. It's
Okay.
right
and
across the street from MacArthur's.
Yes, yes.
And our hours, we try to be open between 9 a.m. in the morning and when it gets dark in the evening. So for the summer, we're usually open up until about 8 o'clock. And then as the days get shorter, our hours get shorter.
Mhm.
So we should be, actually someone probably may be over there opening it up right now. But as long as it's open, you're welcome to come in and enjoy that space. That's why it's there. It's a peaceful, calm space, and it's there for the community use. So I definitely want to encourage, and there was something that Tina said, and I don't want to ramble on and on. I want to give other people the opportunity to speak. But she said it's more than just about business. When we think of economic development, and as I said, that's one of the legs of our organization, is you have to think of an inviting space. Do you want to just put your business anywhere? Do you want to just, you want your business to flourish? You want it to be in a safe, clean community, and so beautification and safety and cleanliness, it becomes part of that. So, when you just think, well, why would you want to talk about a garden? When you're talking about commerce, when you're talking about, as I said, if you want to establish a business in a community, you want it to be a specific type of community. You want to be able to prosper. You want it to look clean. You want it to look safe. You want it to look beautiful. So I just wanted to mention that, and I am in the process of putting my information in the chat. I just kind of stop for a minute and start talking, but it should be showing up shortly. Thanks again, Tina.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you, Sharon. Angela Taylor, I see you're still here. Do you, in our meeting, would you like to say anything?
If you all would show me the courtesy, I would be ever so grateful. I have been getting notifications and my schedule has not permitted me. I started downstairs to the kitchen and the voice said, go to the computer. What was the first thing I see? The coffee with the chamber. I got some time this morning. I'm going to push this button and see if I can stick my nose in and see what these folks are talking about. I cannot tell you, I think I found my way home. I'm Angela Taylor and I live in West Garfield Park. I work with the Garfield Park Community Council as the wellness coordinator. I have several programs that I operate through that organization that are related to wellness. I coordinate services for our community gardens here. I manage our neighborhood market. We are 10 years old. And what really brought it home for me, Tina, is when I went back and I looked at their invitation, that newsletter, all the way through. And what did I see? I saw the flyer for my market. That meant that I'm in the right place where I'm supposed to be today, because my spiritual realm is my leader. He got to come and walk me through wherever I'm going. I'm not going there because he brought me to it, and I expect for him to get me through. And I believe everybody in this space understands where I'm going with that from the time that you opened the meeting, he was invited in.
Mm.
All of the work that I hear that's going on with this young people, my heart, it's like a gas station stop. I'm pumped up now. I'm ready to get out here today and make some wonderful things happen. I have a summer garden corps of young people, high school students working in the community, and we take them from the seed to the vendor table because commerce is very important. I heard someone else, and I believe it was Sharon or the other young lady that was talking about Order My Steps, the importance for our young people to understand not just how to manage their money, but how to get their own money that they earn themselves. So just today, I'm excited. I'm hoping that I will find my way back to this space again, just to refuel and energize myself with all of the wonderful things that's happening in the neighborhood community, because I'm a firm believer there are bridges to communities. And on the west side, there should be bridges to all of the communities. If I don't have it in Garfield, there's a bridge to Austin where I can get it. There's a bridge to Humboldt. There's a bridge to Lawndale. And that's my operating theory. We all have to touch upon one another to lift one another up. And that was in the intro. So again, and I know I'm rambling a little bit.
No, you're not.
That I've heard said here today has brought me to a place where I feel safe, a place where I feel I can speak comfortably, a place where I feel I can share, as well as a place that I can receive. So thank you all for allowing me this opportunity to speak with you all. The market at Lake and Kedzie is this Saturday. And if you guys are out in the community, please come by and pay us a visit. We are celebrating 10 years on that corner. We started on that corner with all the deleterious activity you can imagine. So to what Sharon was saying about the Veterans Garden, which I did serve as the judge when it was the Garden Excellence Award, pre-pandemic, gorgeous place. It just warmed my heart again. And so again, I'm just feeling that God has brought us full circle, or brought me to another place where I can refuel, re-energize, and continue the work that I'm doing. And I'm gonna drop the mic. Thank you.
I heard it fall too. Thank you so much, Angela. I tell you, that's a blessing just to hear you speak. And we are working to connect the dots. The Chicago West Side Chamber, you know, we've been reaching out, and we're still reaching out to connect with all the chambers and all the councils on the West Side. We represent 9 communities, and it is growing. One person I truly love speaking with, that's Princess Shaw. She's doing great things even in North Lawndale and in Garfield. I don't want to put the cat out the bag. They're working on a youth concert that's coming up sometime this fall, but I'm not going to expound on it because I would love for Princess to come on and to share with everyone what her goals and what she's looking to achieve with this major collaborative. But I'm going to allow, if there's anyone else who would like to have anything to say, we're getting ready to close. It's 9:27. We got 3 more minutes, and we're going to end this meeting. Are there any other comments, announcements, or anything coming up? Okay, so that silence means it's time for us to go. Thank you, everyone. Our fellow board members, fellow ambassadors, chamber ambassadors, businesses, and community. Thank you for joining us today. And we're having coffee with the chamber. All right. You all have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have
God
a good
bless.
day, y'all.